Hey guys, today is our Christmas episode and we have our guest joining us again. We're going to be talking about our top 5 movies and series of 2023 and our all-time favorite top 5 Christmas movies. Let's get into it.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Till the End of the Line podcast. I'm your boy Wanji here with
Kikati.
And we have, as he said, a guest again, our first ever recurring guest. Thank you, Victor, for coming back. We appreciate it.
Victor V.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And as you guys know, he is the one who painted our logo on the back. And we thank you so much again for that. So yeah, as you said, today we are going to be, it's our Christmas episode, our Christmas special, if you will. But first things first, let's take the shot.
Hey, let's go.
Merry Christmas, boys. Merry Christmas.
Merry fucking Merry.
Yeah. That's the good stuff.
All right.
Alrighty. I hope you guys took a shot with us.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so we have a bunch to talk about today.
Yeah.
Let's first get going with some nerd news.
Nerd news, yeah. Holy shit.
Language.
Fucking Jonathan Majors was found guilty.
Yes.
Yep.
Big heartbreak. Devastating. But kudos to, the justice system. Hopefully getting the things right. I don't condone anything that he did.
Yeah.
As much as I appreciate him as an artist, as a professional, it's a big blow to the Marvel series.
It is.
But Marvel has announced hours later that they're moving apart from.
We were talking about this. They were ready, dude. They had each scenario just written in the books, and they're like, "All right, as soon as this verdict hits, we have our answer."
Yeah.
I felt like they just gave it hours to just seem like they had put thought into it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, just give it like 3 hours. But yeah, I mean, huge blow to us Marvel fans, but I have confidence that Marvel's going to find the right replacement. I think they're going to go replacement. I don't see them switching it up and going with a different big bad, like bringing in Doom just yet.
No,
because I was watching comicbook.com on Instagram, and I think it was Beatty, that was Brandon Davis, that was talking about how if they brought in Doom now, it kind of blows up the future. Yeah. And it kind of brings it too early, you know what I mean? Because then you don't really have a big bad for the future.
Right.
And then they said that one way that they can go, if they do bring in Doom, is the storyline of Doctor Strange and Doom trying to save Doctor Doom's mom from Mephisto.
Yeah.
From Mephisto. I mean, that's one way they can go. I doubt they'll do that.
Yeah.
I think the best thing for them to do is just replace them.
Yeah, recast them?
Recast them, yes.
Yeah, agreed. I think we're too far into the multiverse saga for us to not... for them to scrap everything that's been done already. Yeah. It's going to be another Don Cheadle and Terrence Howard situation. I think they should just...
I mean, they got it right the first time, in my opinion. I don't think Terrence Howard should have ever been Rhodey.
Agreed. I agree.
I think I don't know where Don Cheadle was when the casting was happening, but I'm sure he was doing another project or something. But yeah. I'm liking, and I saw this... I don't know how possible this is, but John Boyega, who played Finn in Star Wars, in the Star Wars
I would
sequels,
love that.
I am so for this. He's a great actor. I loved him as Finn. The man's got range. Yep. I saw him in Woman King. Oh, he played the king. Yeah. The man had an immaculate African accent. He's got range. I think he can pull off King.
I think so too. I know an honorable mention is Denzel Washington. Yeah. Some people aren't so popular or don't like the idea.
You don't like it?
Hear me out. So Kang Prime is the original Prime, the one that figured out everything out with time travel, or all the technology stems from. We can use him as King Prime, as the big bad. You know what I mean? Okay. And we can use a de-aged version of him in other properties.
So you're saying they could kind of go how they had different actors playing Mr. Fantastic, like how it was John Krasinski,
right?
And then, but still be the same person.
Yeah, I mean, they did it with the Tobys.
Correct.
I mean, not Tobys. You know what I meant, though.
With the Tobys.
They did it
Holy
with
shit.
With Peter
Yeah,
Parker.
Yeah. With the Peters is what you meant.
What
Yeah.
I meant to say.
You're like,
It made
Where are the
sense
Tobys?
in your mind because you know what I
yeah,
meant.
that's because me and you are here. But he was like,
it took me a second to get
yeah.
there.
He's like, what movie? What Marvel movie had Toby's in it? The fuck?
I just went through like an encyclopedia of like
Toby's?
like, who's Toby?
I know,
Yeah,
I know like 2 Tobys, bro. What do you mean? The
Really?
encyclopedia of Tobys.
All right.
I know 2 Emos. That's it.
Yeah, not an encyclopedia word.
I'm just saying. Like, took me a second to register. Okay.
But yeah, so I mean, I hope. I think it's just up to John Boyega whether he wants to join the MCU or not.
Yeah.
I think it's up to that because I don't see Marvel objecting to casting him as.
Yeah, and since he was already in a Disney property, because Star Wars is
It's
owned
not
by-
hard to get him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and he knows how they act, and he'll behave because he's done it for
sure. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So hopefully that works. But yeah, I don't think they're gonna scrap King at all. And some people,
Me too.
I know they did scrap the name of King Dynasty. As of right now, it's
Oh.
only Avengers 5.
Correct.
They
Yeah.
have not re-released what the name is going to be yet. Yeah, so Secret Wars is going to end up being part 1 and part 2. I don't think they're going to add a name to any of them, the Avengers 5 and 6. I think the best course of action for them is to just call it 1 and 2.
So you think kind of like the way Across the Spider-Verse is?
Yeah.
That
Well, that's going to be 3 parts, isn't it?
I thought it was just Across the Spider-Verse and then the third one. They split that last the second movie and the third movie into a part 1 and part 2, but they didn't name it part 1 and part 2.
I
They
think
just
it's
put
3
a
parts.
sequel. Right.
No. I mean, like, I think the third... So, the second movie and the third movie and the fourth movie are all parts.
So you're saying that there's gonna be 4?
4
I thought there was only gonna be 3.
Maybe I misread that then.
Yeah.
Might
I
be
think
right.
they're closing it out with the third one. Anyway.
Either way.
But
But
you-
yeah,
that's
Speculation.
Yeah.
Speculation.
Yeah.
Or like Deathly Hallows Part 1 and Part 2. You know, like
Oh,
all that.
okay. All right.
Yeah, that's what it's going to be. Secret Wars Part 1 and
All
Part
right.
2. And I think they already said what's going to happen. And I think what was supposed to happen in King Dynasty of them going to fight the different variants of King and different teams going to attack. I think that's still going to happen, but in more of a Secret Wars style of, so I think that's where they can bring in Doom, where Doom can still be a big bad, and make the Beyonder be the big bad, just how he was in both of the Secret Wars comics.
Yeah.
So I think that's the plan, or what they should do.
Okay.
It'll save any of the continuity of the multiverse still being still existing, because they can't erase all the incursions that are happening. Things that are happening in even in the Spider-Verse universe, in the Miles universe. Him going in there, he's an anomaly, and he's creating havoc, and he's things are falling apart, which hasn't been established as incursions there, but that's what they are. They're called incursions. So if you don't know what incursions are, do you? So incursions are when you time travel into 2 different timelines, 2 different dimensions, or dimensions. So like we're Earth 616, and then in Multiverse of Madness that was Earth 838. So that timeline of 838 and then our timeline of 616, if they were to merge and certain things stayed where they shouldn't have stayed, or say, for example, you decided to go live over there because the victor over there died, right?
Yeah.
That wasn't supposed to happen. So now it starts to just unravel and fall apart.
Basically,
And that's what an
both
incursion
dimensions
is.
start bleeding into each other.
Right.
Gotcha.
And the only way it ends is if both universes gets destroyed or the only one survives.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So that's what an incursion is.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So
Gotcha.
that's already happening within the MCU.
Yeah.
And we've seen an incursion in Multiverse of Madness where Sinister Strange is at.
Yeah.
That's where the red, sky in the back is from. And then we see the sludge happening and all that. We've seen it in What If.
Right.
And then what else did we see it in? I think that's pretty much it so far.
I think so. I think it's only been Doctor Strange movies.
Right.
So
But
far.
their focus is to tell smaller stories focused on the individual characters.
Yeah.
Instead of having King tie everything together.
Right.
They're going to go back to how they did in the very beginning.
Okay.
So I think they'll be fine. But
Producer
it
had
sucks.
something? What were you going to say?
Didn't something like that happen but in DC for the Flash?
Yeah. When he was time traveling and looking at all the other timelines and stuff like that, and all the other, where he was basically in that bubble, that Speed Force bubble.
Oh, the dome.
But also like some of the people that they
Right, like how he came, how he thought they were saving Clark Kent, but it was actually Kara, his cousin. Is that what you're talking about? Okay then. Alrighty. Anyway, all right. So that's it for Kang. But we have some other big news. Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special won some Emmys.
Yeah, 4,
So,
right?
How many Emmys was it? 4? That's awesome.
Heck yeah.
For a Christmas special too? That's pretty cool.
I'm with it. Yeah, I think it was a very well executed movie.
Yeah.
Well,
Special.
special feature, and it was an hour and 10 minutes, something like that.
Dude, some good shows don't even win Emmys.
Yeah.
And for a special to do it, like that means, I mean, that means it was really good.
Well, you know they got good writers, but it's
Fair
like,
enough.
what were the awards for? Do you guys recall what they were?
Oh, what the categories that they
Yeah,
won?
like what the
No,
categories
I think
were.
producers.
I think
looked that up.
costume. Yeah.
Design,
Fair enough.
and styling,
That makes sense.
outstanding hairstyle, makeup,
Makes sense.
and outstanding stunt coordination.
Oh, okay.
Those all make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they did a lot of good stunts in the Christmas special, especially with Mantis and Drax at the police. So
So a lot of the visuals, like
yeah.
definitely stand out.
I definitely would have been surprised if they were one for like best picture or like best writing or you know what I mean, like
Right.
Yeah.
stuff like that. But that makes
Well, I
sense.
mean, James Gunn did, so I wouldn't be surprised actually.
No,
Say it's like
for a
Emmy-worthy,
special to
though.
win best writing though.
I mean, look, as much crap as people are talking about like how the MCU is going right now, we got for them to put out for the first time movies on Disney Plus, or not movies, I'm sorry, shows and series on Disney Plus for the first time, and they're winning awards like this, or they're dropping bombs like, I think WandaVision won Emmys too. And then I'm pretty sure Loki's gonna win one.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So like they're putting out some great content. You know, in the midst of the writer strike, in the midst of the actor strike, all of this happening, they put out some solid bangers, quality shows, things that were released weekly that usually isn't done.
Yeah.
You know, usually they'll drop most series on like Disney Plus. I mean, I'm sorry, on Netflix. We're dropping Stranger Things. Was it weekly or everything dropped at once?
No, the first 3 seasons, they dropped the entire season at once.
That's what we're used to for the most part.
Yeah, and then the last one, I think because of COVID, it was dropped like in 2 parts.
That is true.
Yeah.
But it was bulk episodes. You know, 4+ episodes or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So with them to have built the hype the way they did, to write the stories, drop the stories weekly, to grasp them, no wonder they're winning Emmys. You know.
Yeah.
I think they did a great job. You know, it's like the best between a Netflix series and a soap opera on on ABC.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think they did the best that they could. And I'm excited for the future. I'm not worried about these shows coming.
Yeah.
out. Yeah.
I mean, I'm glad it did go that way because of how the Star Wars special, like how that went down.
Oh, they animated?
No. They did a Star Wars special and it was horrible.
Yeah, the Star Wars animated.
Like
animated show, right?
Chewbacca had a wife, and like the Star Wars fan hate the special.
Yeah, but it was animated, wasn't it?
No.
Or only
This
part
was
of it
back when the original 3 came out. Like they came out with a holiday special.
Maybe I missed this one.
The Goldbergs poke fun at it.
Oh, okay.
The show, the Goldbergs.
Yeah.
But yeah. But I'm happy.
I mean, I don't see James Gunn ever missing. You know.
I mean, there's still a lot for him to come out with.
Well, I'm saying, but he hasn't missed.
Oh, so far, yeah,
guy don't
absolutely,
miss,
yeah.
you know?
I'm not gonna say that this guy's gonna be hitting every single from now on. There might be 1 or 2 where it doesn't do as well as the rest of his other projects.
Okay.
But as of right now, in the near future, absolutely not. This guy's on fire.
He's just prime. Yeah.
Yep. All right, so that's it for nerd news.
Yeah.
All right. Bing. All right.
All right.
So, that's the reaction we want you guys to have. Yeah. All right. So you got to watch our last episode.
I failed so bad.
Yeah.
I didn't because I laughed because he did it so quick. I was like, and I just took him off.
All right. So let's get to.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
That was the point, bro.
Yeah, that like we succeeded in what we wanted. All right. So let's get to our newest segment.
Yeah.
2 truths and a lie.
Hey.
We have yet to score a point each.
Yeah.
Right. We tied last time. We both got it wrong.
Oh yeah, we're playing the score to 10. Me and him. You're
Yeah.
not included in
What
this.
was the score?
Right now, well, we've only done it once, and we both lost.
All right,
Yeah.
but if one of you guys guess mine, does that count as a point for you guys?
I'm gonna go with no.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just because this is just a fun one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's our
Holiday
Christmas special.
special.
So
Yeah.
Yeah, but between me and him, Yeah, we could either if we both get the answer right, we cancel each other out.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And if I get one right and he doesn't, or vice versa, that's how we get the point.
Score?
0-0.
Well, 0-0.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we haven't scored yet.
We literally just started the last
We
episode.
canceled each other out already last week.
Okay.
Alrighty, so this time we're switching it up and we're doing it about ourselves, correct?
Yeah,
All right, so would you like to go first?
I would.
Okay, go ahead.
I would. All right. 2 truths and a lie. All right. Victor flipped me out of his car, and my entire back was raw for 3 weeks. That's one.
Okay.
Story. Victor has seen me nude.
That's okay.
Victor bumped into a rock and made me bumped into me
Start
on a
that
rock.
over, please.
Sorry,
Because you
Victor-
said sliced Victor, and I'm thinking, what?
Victor bumped into me on a rock and made me slice my knee open by Lake Michigan.
I mean, well, I know the answer.
No,
Yeah.
obviously.
So-
Yeah, obviously. The nude one, totally know that that's the truth. You guys are that close. Explain the first one again, please.
Victor flipped me out of his car, and my entire back was raw for 3 weeks.
What do you mean flipped you? Like, he physically flipped you, or he flipped the car and you flew out?
No, he was driving the car. He did a donut, and I flew out the car.
Oh, I totally buy that. That's true, especially with the way this fucker drives. Yeah, the sliced knee thing is false.
That's actually the truth. He's never seen me nude.
Yeah. Never seen him nude.
What?
I mean, not yet, but like, yeah.
The night's still young.
Yeah.
There is alcohol in these juices, by the way. So that could very well be true by the end of the night. Really?
We were down jumping rocks, like big rocks, fucking
Okay.
rocks. Like further south on Lakeshore Drive. We were by Lake Michigan, and we were hanging out with this old crew we used to hang out with, and then we were jumping the rocks. And back then I was still athletic. I wasn't, I didn't have all this, and my knees weren't shit. And we both jumped on the same rock, but he hit me, and I went flying.
Right.
And my knee hit another rock, and it just gashed my left knee wide open.
Like, how bad was the...
I should have got stitches.
Yeah, it was,
And you
it was
didn't?
kind of bad.
It was no.
No.
I just fucking put peroxide, cleaned it up, and then we got pulled over by the cops.
Yeah.
So we pulled up to my friend's house. They ran upstairs to go get some bandages to come
Okay.
down and clean it up, right? And I am sitting in the back seat on the driver's side,
Okay.
like with my head on the seat and me holding the Rico Benny's napkins on my fucking on my knee,
yeah.
on my knee. To try
Greasy
to
Rico
stop
Benny's
the-
napkins and shit. Infecting your car.
And the cops pull up, flash the light, and they're like, "What are you doing down there? You rolling blood?" I'm like, "No, I'm fucking bleeding." And then they see all the blood. They're like, "Oh, do you need an ambulance?" I'm like, "No, I'm good." She went upstairs to get some stuff. He's like, "You should really go to the hospital." I'm like, "Nah,
Yeah.
I'll be fine. I'll be all right."
Yeah.
And we just fucking, I think we went back to my old place, and then we got drunk.
Yeah.
I had to be young.
Yeah.
Now we
No,
would
this
be
was
like,
last week.
call it
This was literally last week. Right?
If that were to happen tomorrow, we'd be like, call the ambulance. Call
Yeah.
it. We're passed out and shit.
Yeah.
Just George Lopez style.
Yeah. And then the car one, oh my god, we were doing donuts in Fort City Mall in the parking lot,
Yeah, I totally saw that being true.
and
Yeah.
so I opened the door, and I was about to get into the front seat now. And he peels off. One foot is in the door, one hand's on the top of the door frame, the other one's holding the door.
Yeah, just
and he just starts doing a donut, and I'm hanging out, and then I swing out, and I'm holding on to the door because the window's open, and I'm like, I'm like,
Yeah.
like parallel.
And he's just laughing his ass off, having a good time.
Because I was trying to do it, but like I knew he was right next to me because he was in the door.
Okay.
And then by the time I turned around, he was just like gone.
Gone.
I was like, what? I like look in the rearview mirror.
I was
you just see him
flying,
bubbling.
and one of my
He's
friends in the
floor.
car, she was in the back seat. She's like, all I remember hearing as I'm like starting to go into the fetal position to like roll,
Yeah.
all I hear is Keegan.
Yeah.
It gets fainter and fainter as I fly further away.
That's hilarious.
I legit flew at least a good 30 feet.
Wow, dude.
Yeah, and then
How you only walked away with that with just your back being scraped at it is a
dude,
miracle.
but it was raw, dude.
Yeah,
it
it
was
was kinda
gross.
nasty.
So like I hit and I bounced.
But
like three
imagine
times.
how much worse that could have been. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy. But all right, let's get my turn. All right. 2 truths and a lie. I am a Navy veteran, and I served on an aircraft carrier in Norfolk, Virginia.
Okay.
I once auditioned for The Voice here in Chicago, and I have 8 tattoos.
I'm gonna say you don't have 8 tattoos.
Okay.
I feel like you have less.
Okay. Giga? Oh, wow.
Jesus Christ. Excuse me, guys.
L.
Yeah, you don't have 8 tattoos.
That's the lie?
Yeah.
You son of a bitch.
Hey.
Yeah, because you have the music notes, her lips, and then the kids' names.
Yeah. And a barcode. What was that for, like, cheesy puffs, or what is that for?
That's how much I charge per hour.
Okay.
No, so 1, then it goes all the way up.
99 cents.
2,
That's it? Okay.
3, 4, and then her lips, and then my 2 kids' names. So
That's
5,
6.
6.
All right.
Yeah.
Are you on your way to number 8, or what's that?
Oh, it's coming very soon, yeah.
You know what it is?
Yes.
What is it?
It's going to be a speaker on the back of my palm. Right there.
Interesting.
So it's going to kind of like go with the music notes.
Nice.
Okay.
Basically, as if the music notes are coming out.
I'm going to get Avatar Aang's
arrow
arrows
on your head.
on
Just damn.
not that head.
Oh! And we'll be right back.
You're going to be water bending for sure.
Oh my, that shit's gonna hurt, bro. Oh my god.
I don't get how men can do that.
Me neither. Tattoos
Okay.
on their shit.
I really thought you weren't going to get that. Fuck. Because I kept it pretty close to my actual number. That's why I figured, all right, damn it.
Solid.
All right. All right, well, it's 2 truths
So you
and a lie.
did you audition for The Voice?
100%.
That's fucking great. I
Yeah,
didn't know
it
this.
was here. It was at Navy Pier, and I fully did not expect to go past the auditions. I just did it for the experience, and it was fucking phenomenal. I
You
loved
went
it.
past the auditions?
No,
Oh,
yeah, Kike, I was on season 4 of The Voice. You didn't see me? The fuck?
I think we missed that.
Yeah.
That one?
No,
I've
Yeah,
never
it
watched
was-
a complete season.
It was it was awesome, and I did it mainly because I knew there weren't cameras during the audition, so it wasn't just to like see people making.
What did
asses
you
and
sing?
stuff.
What did you
Yeah, I was
audition
gonna
with?
say, what'd you
Oh,
sing?
I sang Music Soul Child, So Beautiful.
Ooh.
That was my wife's ringtone for a long time.
Give us a sample real quick.
Negative. No. Voice isn't warmed up yet.
no.
No. All right. Let's get into this fucking list.
What about his?
Because I'm dying to.
Two truths
Oh,
and a
yeah.
lie.
That's right. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, that's
yeah.
cool, you know,
I
just
apologize.
sit here
I'm
like
so
the
sorry.
fucking Christmas tree
I
in the background.
got
That's
excited
cool.
about the list. I
Can we
apologize.
talk about this?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Dude.
by the way, this is 100% made myself. You know, just
Brava.
I was inspired by Jim
Mask?
Carrey in The Mask.
Totally
I thought
see that.
works. Yeah,
Very
and then
nice.
I don't know if you can see. You got a little
If the
cow,
mask,
yeah.
if the mask was a Christmas movie, it totally would look like that.
Oh, yeah,
for sure.
100%.
Very well done, sir.
Even
Very well
if they
done.
did like a spin-off, I think I'd watch that.
Yeah,
you know?
for sure.
Why not?
Do you want to show them the lights or no?
Yeah, there's lights around my midriff, but you know, we'll leave that alone.
Yeah, all right then.
Okay.
All right, so let's get 2 truths and a lie.
Okay, 2 truths and a lie. All right. What I put? All right. So 1, I worked as a clown. I had 4 non-face piercings, and I dove in a waterfall in Italy.
God damn it. So you would probably be better at guessing his than I would, because I legit can see each one of those things I'm doing.
So 1, 2.
Easy there. Don't-
Yeah,
easy with the hand gestures after those two.
We know where they're at.
Well, yeah, I know he had his nipples pierced.
I think I knew that too, but
Yeah.
I don't want to think about what other things he's gotten pierced, because he's pretty adventurous, so.
Yeah,
I could
because
see
he had
him.
his tongue pierced and then he had it fucking cut.
So I can see him diving in a waterfall in Italy. Totally see that happening.
You know what? It's the waterfall. He did not dive in the waterfall because he can't swim that well.
Or was it just not in Italy?
You know I do triathlons, right?
You do now.
Yeah,
but
I
you
can
said
swim.
you couldn't float in the.
He
in
just
the
said he
deep end
dived
for
in.
how
It
long?
doesn't mean that he went swimming. He just went dived in the waterfall and came
now,
out.
yeah.
When you went to Italy, you couldn't swim.
I was learning how to swim.
Yes, you were
All right,
learning.
so we now know Italy is true.
No.
I think diving in the waterfall in Italy is true. I think. What was the other one?
I have 4 non-face piercings.
Okay.
Well, had 4 non-face piercings.
Uh-huh.
And then I worked as a clown.
I feel like you would have worked as a clown.
I totally see that 100% too.
I think it's the piercings.
I'm gonna go with the clown.
No, I've only had 2 non-face piercings. Yes.
It was the nipple.
I suck at this game.
Yeah. Yeah, my other 2, well, tongue, and then I had my labret pierced as well. Yeah.
Really? When was
So
that?
the only 2 non The only non-face piercings were your nips.
It was my nips.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Ooh, do you know the story of what happened?
So hold on.
Oh,
We're not gonna just bypass this. You worked as a fucking clown?
Yeah, for like a week.
That's dope.
Where was it at? Please say a hospital.
No.
Aw.
No, I just got like hired by somebody to be like a clown. I was like, oh, cool. And then their cousins from the party offered me to pay for it to for me to be a clown again at their party. I don't know. I used to want to work as like a clown, like full-time clown.
So you did like full-on makeup and everything?
I did. So I did face painted. I can juggle and I can make balloons.
Are there photo proofs of this?
I don't think so.
Damn it.
They weren't my parties. I don't know these people.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Yeah. So,
Damn it.
but
I suck at
yeah.
this game, man. I gotta get better at this.
Cool.
I think my issue is that I always second guess myself, and I think that's what I'm doing.
That's what it is. Yeah.
So I get a point today.
Yes, you do, sir.
I get the first point. Hey, let's go.
Geeky is on the board.
Chalkboard in the background?
No, I'm gonna throw it
We're
up
gonna
right
throw
above
the
you.
digital
Yeah,
one right now.
yeah.
It's gonna be like right on your forehead.
Oh, it's just
Like you're gonna be teabagged with it.
I'm gonna. All right.
I think our audience could tell that we're drinking. They're like they're a little bit raunchier now.
I mean, well, I drank.
Damn, bro.
Do you want a water? I got
Yes,
plenty of water.
please.
All right.
That's funny. All right.
What we got next, EK?
So we did 2 truths and a lie. We already talked nerd news. Now we're gonna dive right into what we're here for.
Yes.
We're gonna talk about our top 5 movies of 2023. It's
Yes.
been a great year.
Very
We've
good.
had some ups and downs, but some pretty solid ones. So we're gonna start with our 5th, ending with our 1st as
Okay.
being the best one.
That-
right?
all right,
We'll all
good.
go 5, 5, 5, then 4, 4, 4,
Let's
just
do
like
it.
how we did with the villains episode.
Yes.
Do
do it.
you guys have any honorable mentions you want to just throw out there? We can
Yes.
go in order.
You want to start with honorable mentions, or I figure we do that at the end.
We can do that
We'll save it after our number 1.
after number 2, before we get to number 1.
Okay.
All right, fine.
Yeah.
I like that.
So, Kike, number 5,
Number 5.
top movie or series of 2023.
For me, it was Last of Us.
Wow, number 5. Okay.
Yeah, it was
All right.
the number 1 on IMDb top 100 series, which was amazing. I
Yes.
loved the show. For me, it was a story I've never heard before. I didn't play the game like you did, so I wasn't as invested into it initially. But then I fell in love with it, and then it became a tradition for me and my girlfriend to watch every Sunday when it released. We would rush home to figure it out, and it came out at like 7 or 8 o'clock or whatever
Yeah.
on Sunday. After we already had some family plans, the kids started to wind down, and we're like, "All right, guys, go in your room and chill." And then we'd lay in bed and watch.
Those were
together.
some of my favorite episodes that
Yeah.
we filmed. Yeah, for sure. Okay, Vic.
Number 5. Honestly, I'm starting at Oppenheimer. That
Okay.
was
Yeah.
We have yet to see that. I
Okay.
do want to see it, but I mean, feel free to talk about it. It's
Yeah.
been all over the place.
Okay,
So
I mean, yeah,
I've
What'd
seen
you like about it?
TikToks and Instagram videos.
Yeah.
Yeah,
there's a
yeah,
lot.
they're good.
honestly, it is kind of a. I'm not gonna lie, it's somewhat of a hard watch just
Okay.
because the duration of it
Yeah.
alone. But overall, honestly, it was kind of captivating. Just the fact that it was like a true story. It definitely kind of keeps you going.
Okay.
It keeps you like stuck to it. For a
Did you
little
like the way that Christopher Nolan shot it, to where like parts are in black and white? And
bit. Oh,
then,
absolutely.
Yeah?
Like
Okay.
it actually gives a somewhat more of like an authentic feel. To
Okay.
it. So I think that's kind of.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
All right, my number 5 is Blue Beetle.
Really?
Yes,
5.
sir. You're gonna know why it's number 5, even though you know how much I love that movie. The other projects, I for whatever reason, I loved it more. I don't know. I think I'm more invested in the other projects.
Okay.
But yeah, number 5, Blue Beetle. He was higher on my list, but then I started remembering other things, and I was like, oh wait, nope.
Shows and
Yeah,
whatnot.
yes. So yeah, Blue Beetle's my number 5 of
Okay.
2023.
Nice,
All right.
nice.
Number 4.
Number 4.
Hunger Games: The Ballad of the Songs and Songbirds and Snakes.
You just seen this, correct?
Fucking dope,
Yeah.
bro.
I've been wanting to see it.
Uh,
a younger
Yeah.
Snow. Like it's dope. And like, can I spoil a little bit for you?
yeah,
guys?
you know, what, go for it. Go for
All
it.
right. So we see how dark and twisted this guy is, right? The first initial character we see of Snow, the first introduction of him, he's not that guy, and we can see how corrupted the city is, like the capital is.
Okay.
And what it's turned that guy into, from seeing him. I wouldn't say he's innocent by all means, but he was a good guy, and then he was trying to save some of the what's the word? Not victors. Some of the what are they called? The ones that are chosen to go in there. They're Tributes, yes.
Yeah, tributes,
yeah. Everyone was assigned a tribute, just kind of how they are now.
Okay.
And he was the one that kind of cultivated the whole idea of Hunger Games to what we see in the movie with Jennifer Lawrence's character.
So, from my understanding, this is kind of like the way Star Wars did it, right? Where this is the prequels.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes,
Okay.
correct.
All right.
Correct.
That's what I thought.
Fantastic.
It was. Right.
When you get to watch it and we'll cover it, I'll give my Stone rating right now. I give it a 5.5.
Oh, wow.
It was a really good movie.
Okay.
Really good movie.
If you guys remember, you've seen our other episodes, he's getting more critical with Stone's ratings.
Yeah, because I used to throw them away. I used to throw away like, 6, 5, blah, blah, blah. And I became more critical with them.
If you're saying 5.5 and you're being very critical, I'm really excited to see this.
Yeah, it's a good movie. A really good movie.
All right.
My to watch list.
Yeah. Vic, number 4?
All right, number 4, just because, I got a huge crush on my girl, Gal Gadot, was Heart of Stone.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't seen it. No.
Okay. All right, just throwing out, I thought it was kind of cute. She plays kind of like this double agent. So, the original agency that she's kind of working for, she almost plays she plays this I don't really know anything, kind of rookie,
like a aloof type of person. Okay,
not so much aloof, just fresh off the desk.
Oh, gotcha. Okay,
first time being in the field, and it's kind of cool to see that instant switch that she has of characters when she's in a different setting, surrounded by different people.
Oh shit!
And it was kind of cute.
All right.
I'm not gonna lie. I mean, besides the fact that
Gal Gadot is nice to look at. Yeah.
Exactly,
Fair enough. I mean, she's a phenomenal actress.
You guys are gonna think I'm crazy.
Huh?
You guys are gonna think I'm crazy.
What?
Oh god! Please don't say something stupid.
She's a beautiful woman.
Okay.
I'm just not attracted to her.
That's fine. That's fair. He's he has still at least acknowledges that she's a beautiful woman. He's she's just not his cup of tea. That's all.
Cool. That's cool. I mean,
they're
some people are just wrong in life.
They're gonna.
We understand.
All right, vegan, chill out, bro. Just because you're vegan doesn't mean
they're gonna have a brawl once we stop filming.
What's this movie called again?
Heart of Stone.
Heart of Stone. That's right. Okay.
All right. So my number 4 is actually Loki.
Hey,
yes, dude, phenomenal series, man. If it we talked about it before, but if it stops here, I'm happy. I'm happy with it. Yeah. If they don't do another season, I'm totally fine with it. It
ended perfectly and beautifully, but it ended with enough to where they can do a season 3.
Correct. It literally they ended it in a way I've almost never seen before, where it either could end now, or if they brought it back, it still works.
Yeah.
That's very hard to do.
Very hard to do.
Kudos to those writers, man.
Michael Waldron, right?
Yeah, knocked it out.
And he's supposed to write. But he was originally going to write Avengers 6: Secret Wars. Now he's writing 5 and 6, both movies cohesively. That's why I also think it's going to be Secret Wars 1 and 2. So.
All right, so number 3, Kike.
Number 3 for me is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Wow. That's that low on your list?
The other two are pretty legit, dude. So it was ranked 15 in the IMDb top 20.
Okay.
And like I said, it was the ending of a brilliant trilogy. I think the best trilogy written. And that includes the Dark Knight trilogy. That includes Iron Man and Captain America being 2 of my favorite superheroes. Any Star Wars trilogy and how they're told. I think James Gunn did a great job telling everyone's story, and I love how he ended with Rocket's story, with the High Evolutionary. It was just really beautiful. A gruesome. There was a dark past to him, and I mean James Gunn was in his element, and I think it was a great final send off from leaving the MCU going into now leading the DC universe.
For sure. I mean, what I liked about it is that he explained why Rocket was the way he was in the first 2 films.
Yeah. A dick.
Yeah, straight up. But after watching Volume 3, you understand it. You're like, anybody would be like that.
I'd be a dick too.
I'd be a straight a-hole to everybody. For sure. I get it. Not this guy. He'd still be cheery and shit. Well, things happen.
Perks of being a vegan, I guess.
Yeah, no one's perfect. But all right,
Vic,
you're number 3?
Number 3, I put Super Mario Brothers.
Nice!
It was kind of hard not to love that movie.
It was so cute.
Great. It was
done so good.
Yeah, I don't care who you were. You love that movie at some level. It was kind of hard not to.
I like that it had something for everyone. It had, of course, Super Mario and the animation for the kids, but it threw Beastie Boys in for the parents.
Yes.
My wife 100%. Loved that part. If you want to win over my wife in a film or a show, throw in Beastie Boys soundtrack, and she'll be like, yes, every
Which
time.
was like 12 movies or series this
dude,
year.
The 90s like songs are starting to come back in films, dude. I'm
Well,
loving
bro,
it.
we're old.
Yeah,
That too, yeah.
We're old,
things,
so
things come
it's-
back. You know, like
Yeah.
how like when we were young, like
80s music,
things come
yeah,
back.
fair enough. All right, so now I
we're
get how our
into that
parents feel.
generation
Yeah,
thing, yeah.
fair enough.
No,
fair
but it
enough.
was just nice. I like how they threw in like the Mario Kart stuff like that. They
Bro.
threw in like the Kong World, which
Yeah.
is awesome. Like,
Yeah.
it just felt like all these old Super Mario games.
Yeah.
like, even like the spin-offs that just came together into like this whole little.
They really cover the entire
So-
universe.
Yeah,
of
and it
Mario,
was.
Super Mario.
I don't know.
You know what the plan is, right? For the whole Mario universe?
I don't. Please enlighten me.
So it's going to lead up to like a Super Smash Bros. Like Avengers level
Okay,
thing,
yeah,
but
yeah.
up to like Super Smash Bros.
Okay.
So at some point, Pokemon's going to be involved. We already know they're greenlight a Star Fox movie, and a Kirby movie. So those are two of the next things, projects they're going to be working on to be coming out, and a Zelda movie too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So I think it'd be dope. To
I
see.
mean, I kind of picture that when they had that little fight scene with Donkey Kong. I was like, okay, yeah, I get it. It's the Donkey Kong kind of like fight where he's throwing the barrels, but
Yeah.
at the same time, I was like, all right, this is very familiar to like a Smash Bros. Type setup.
yeah.
Yeah.
They even
But,
had
like,
Diddy Kong make a little appearance.
Diddy
So
Kong
yeah,
was there, yeah.
they're setting it up. You could tell.
And I'm excited to see an animated version of it because it can't be. It's harder to mess up. I think it'll take longer to develop because of all the digital
Oh,
effects that
fair
need to be
enough,
done.
absolutely.
Yeah.
But it'll be harder to mess up to where we're not relying on people's opinions because like you can look at Super Mario and no one said the acting was bad because
Right.
it's just voices. You know what I mean? And versus some people didn't like. For myself, I didn't care too much for Brie Larson to play Captain Marvel. Or some people, if they kept King, they wouldn't be able to keep him.
Well,
know
you
what I mean?
also said that you didn't like Brie Larson as Captain Marvel because she didn't look physically like
Correct.
Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
And I think that's why you didn't really like her.
Yeah.
I mean, well, I mean, same thing. Like a lot of people were giving like a little like downside when they went over like the voices of Super Mario when they first came out. Like
when
Chris
everybody
Pratt
found out
playing-
about Chris Pratt playing
Yeah.
him, a lot of people were like,
I was like,
"What?"
nah, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
I was with it.
there-
I was
there's
so
a lot
with
of
it.
people-
And he pulled it off.
Yeah.
I knew he was gonna pull it off, dude. I love Chris Pratt. He is not since Parks and Rec. What the hell is it called?
Parks and Rec.
Parks and Rec.
Yeah.
He hasn't missed. He's done a great job. He's been a goofy
Been a
guy.
huge fan of his since then.
Yeah, I don't think he really embodies every role he does, whether it was Jurassic Park, Star Lord.
Yep.
And he still has his witty goofiness in there.
I feel like he's a little bit underrated, honestly.
He's very underrated.
I
Absolutely,
think
he's
so.
not highlighted as much as he should be.
I want to see a little bit more from him before I like kind of put him at like a next level. Type
Okay,
person.
fair
I'm
enough.
not saying
fair
he's
enough.
like a Robert Downey Jr. You know what I mean? He's not that level, but he's up there.
He's a solid actor.
Yeah,
absolutely.
But
absolutely.
I feel like right now he's still kind of stuck into like this action role type player.
Hey guys, if you're looking to start your comic book collection or maybe you just want to grow the collection you already have, please go check out Raw Comics. They have a great selection of Marvel, DC, Star Wars, and independent comics. Or if you're just looking for a cool place to hang out, they have themed days there. Tuesday is Pokemon, also Street Fighter. Wednesday is Open and Smash Brothers tournaments. Thursday is Yu-Gi-Oh! And Mortal Kombat. Friday is Magic the Gathering card playing game and Open games. Saturday is Pokemon and Street Fighter tournament. Sunday is Yu-Gi-Oh! And Smash Brothers. So they have PS5 and Xbox as well.
They also have a lot of Funko Pops, comic themed merchandise as far as like cups, action figures. They're located on 2512 West 47th Street, Chicago, Illinois 60632, which is the Brighton Park neighborhood. You can find a lot of their like catalogs on RAW-COMICS.Chicago.Shopify.com, and then you can purchase on their Square website at RAW-COMICS.SQUARE.SITE. But he's not Vin Diesel.
I kind of hope he doesn't turn to Vin
Yeah.
Diesel because you know
Just
Vin Diesel
one-dimensional,
has, like,
yeah.
kind of two roles. He's just like he's in Fast and Furious or he's Groot. You know, because like
He is kind of stuck in the action realm. Like he tried doing the pacifier. He tried
Yeah.
dipping into comedy.
Trash.
Didn't work that well. So.
No.
yeah.
I mean,
Rest-
not taking away from Vin Diesel. I mean, he's good in what he does, but he doesn't really have range.
He has no range. He has no range.
But all right, so that was your number
That
three.
was my number three. Yeah.
My number three is The Last of Us.
Nice.
Yes. Absolutely love the show. being a big fan of the game, is one of my favorite games of all time. I think that I love the fact that the showrunners were from the game.
Yeah.
That brought an authenticity to it. They were able to just build on what they wanted to, but couldn't because of the game.
Right.
They knocked it out of the park with that shit. I
They
absolutely
used
loved it.
voices and
They use the same actors, but in different roles. Like the actual voice actors from the game were just different characters.
Ellie was Ellie's mom, and so
dude, it was
dope.
beautiful the way they did it. It was awesome.
Yeah.
There was one actor that played the same character in the game, and that was I'm blanking on her name, but it was the one that tried to stop Joel from taking Ellie at the end, where Joel shoots her in the stomach.
Oh yeah,
She's the only actor that played the same character in both.
Have you seen Last of Us?
No, not at all.
Dude, it's a great watch. Dude, watch it.
You know what? I've seen.
You won't be
everybody I know has seen it. I'm like,
It's worth it. I think you'll dig it.
I just can't keep up with series like
Okay,
that.
fair
I'm
enough.
like,
Bro, it's 8 episodes.
that's a lot. Opposed to a movie where it's like 2-3 hours max. 8 episodes is like 8
to be fair, he
hours.
does have a lot going on. So like,
he does,
so
yeah.
you got the triathlon and all that good shit.
I don't really.
But you got
watch
winter
TV
happening.
too much. I know. I do a lot in the winter. I paint.
There you go. All right. So
Paint all the time.
I can't focus.
No,
I
dude.
can't do 2 things.
Yeah,
at
you
once.
got to concentrate on Last
Yeah,
of Us.
sure,
Come on
sure.
now. All right. Number 2.
All right, for me, it was Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
Okay.
Yep, it was rated number 6 on IMDb top 20 movies, and for me, it was my number 2.
All right.
I
Solid number 2.
love the movie. I think I can't wait to see Miles in live action. I know what's going to happen at some point, and it'd be stupid if they didn't. Huge missed opportunity if they don't.
Yeah.
Miguel O'Hara was dope. Haley Steinfeld as Gwen Stacy killed it. And the animation and the bleeding and of the whole screen and behind them, and seeing their emotions when they flip through emotions, how the screen moves and manipulates through their emotions.
Dude, Gwen Stacy's world, the pastels, the bleeding pastel colors,
Yeah.
fucking beautiful, dude.
Yeah.
So well done. Yeah, that's a solid number 2. I like that. Vic,
All right.
you're number 2?
All right. Oh, number 2. You know what? This was just based off pure comedy. I liked You People
Okay.
with Jonah Hill and
it was
Eddie
such
Murphy.
a good one.
That movie was hilarious.
It was-
Besides that god awful haircut that they had Jonah Hill wear, which was very.
I honestly
so
think that was
awkward.
him. I think that was him, dude.
That
I think
was,
that's how
like,
Jonah rocks his hair.
fit in that whole movie just made me very uncomfortable.
You know what's
watching
funny
it.
though is that's the real Jonah Hill.
Probably.
That's how
You
he
know
dresses.
what?
I saw
can
him on
see
Jimmy
that.
Fallon. That's how the man dresses.
Oh,
That's
man.
crazy.
Yeah, he just put more of himself into the character.
The amount of grease that looked like that was in there.
that was a great film, dude.
Well,
That,
it
like,
really was.
That gave me high hopes for our podcast. Like one day we could get to that level. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, I feel
that's where the dream is for us.
Solid, solid.
But yeah,
Okay.
so I'm like just to see it happen. I'm like, oh, I'll do one day. But yeah, it was a very good movie.
Yeah. Just
And that was a
pure-
Netflix movie.
Yeah,
it
it
was
was
a Netflix
surprisingly
movie.
good movie.
Yeah,
I was like, oh
surprisingly.
shit, this is good.
Did you notice at the end that when they kissed, that was CGI?
No.
That's why it looked all weird.
Really?
Jonah and what's his name didn't actually kiss.
Why?
They CGI'd it. I don't know.
Interesting.
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
And I found that out from the comedian that was in it. The one that was talking about like the conspiracy, the real funny comedian that we always share his stuff. He was talking about it, and he was like, "Yeah, did you know that was CGI?"
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And
Are they in relationships? Like, do they have other relationships?
I don't
it
know.
could be
I don't.
something
But either
personal.
way, people in actors in relationships still do.
Yeah,
I mean, no, there are some actors
That won't, yeah.
that will absolutely not like his other,
fair enough. Fair
so
enough.
it's like,
Yeah. All right. So my number 2. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna go John Wick 4.
Nice.
Ooh,
Yes,
okay.
sir. This movie,
It was really good.
fucking dude, blew my mind. And then I think I loved it a little bit more because I went and saw it in 40x.
Okay.
So I felt bullets hitting me. I heard the fucking bullets going by, dude.
Came out the
The
theater
car when
bleeding.
he's driving that car, I felt like I was in the fucking passenger seat. How much those seats were moving.
I really want to check out this 40.
Dude, you need to. It's you have to just see it at least once. I saw Thor: Love and Thunder like that, and I saw John Wick 4.
I want to see Godzilla and Kong.
Dude,
Godzilla and Kong.
see that one in 40x? Thank me later.
I think that would be dope.
Yes, just don't get any snacks. Because you will have 1% of that snack. It'd be fucking everywhere.
Oh, the popcorn.
I fucked up. I didn't realize how much it moved.
Yeah.
And I had a big ass tub of popcorn, and I'm like this during the whole movie. Fucking didn't eat. I hardly ate any of it. I saved it basically for just at home after the movie. I totally underestimated.
There's not cup holders for your soda?
There is, but dude,
They vibrate too, probably.
yeah, it moves with the sea, dude.
Yeah.
It's literally just gonna be shaking your shit.
No, I need a soda. I can't watch a movie without my
have a
Put
soda,
it in a
but
sippy cup
don't.
or something.
No.
No. So don't spill.
Have a soda, but don't put it in the cup. Like put it on the ground next to you.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
I'll bring my hydro package. So I
There
can
you
pour
go.
it in
There you go. Do that. Yeah.
Fucking with the seatbelt and everything, just strap it in. Just like, let's go. All right.
All right. So, you said honorable mentions
mentions.
Yes.
before number one.
So I have a few of them.
few? No,
Wow.
just one. You can only do one
I
honorable
have a
mention.
lot. There's a lot.
So do I, but I had to pick one.
Damn, I actually wrote a few too.
Yeah, come on.
It's an honorable mention. It's
Okay.
one.
Mentions plural.
No.
All right. Well, okay.
One.
So you said one of them that I wanted to say. John Wick 4 was a great one.
Okay. So then choose another one.
He said
Basically-
Oppenheimer, which
Okay.
was one of mine too.
Yeah.
So basically, what would be your
Whatever
number
one hasn't been
six?
said,
What would be your
I'm-
number six?
I'm giving 4, whether you like it or not. Okay. The Ahsoka series was a great series.
Okay.
Invincible was a great series, season 2.
Okay.
Gran Turismo. I don't know if you guys seen it.
I
We saw
saw
half
the
of it.
trailers.
It's so good.
It's
Okay.
very
It's
good.
really
Yeah?
good.
Yes.
And it's based on a true story.
Mm-hmm.
And then my last one, because I just recently seen it. I love this new Wonka movie.
Okay.
Really?
Timothy Chalamet did a good job.
Fantastic.
Nice.
And it tells the story. So, like, the original one and the Johnny Depp one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm blinking on the original actor's name.
Gene Wilder.
Gene Wilder.
Nice.
Yes. Gene Wilder and Johnny Depp's. They're two different movies, but they're the same movie. It's being retold again.
Right.
Yeah.
This
Reimagining,
one
yeah.
is the story how he became Wonka.
Correct. Yeah.
And
An origin story. Yeah.
Oh my god, I love it. I love it so much. He does such a great job.
I'm sorry, but Timothy Chalamet, I will never see him and not think of his SNL sketch. The ski. Every time I see that man, that plays in my head. I literally
what
have that
plays?
screen recorded.
Okay.
And he did a second one to it. Did you see it?
Oh yeah,
It's so good. It's good. It's not as good as the first one.
but it's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will forever. Whenever I see that guy, that first thing
Yeah,
pops in my head.
agreed. That's a pretty
I'm
funny
excited for Dune 2. That looks
Yeah,
really good.
yeah, absolutely.
All right, but your honorable mentions?
I had an honorable mention, but it's just for a movie I kind of want to go see. I am waiting to go see Iron Claw.
Okay.
With Zac Efron and Jeremy Allen White.
The wrestling?
The wrestling
Yeah, dude, that looks
movie
really
about
good.
the brothers and
Dude,
stuff
Zac
like
Efron
that.
got jacked, dude.
So
He's
did
always
Jeremy.
been jacked.
No, dude.
No,
he got
bigger.
Yes, he bulked
he
up hard up
gained
for
mass.
this. Yes.
He was
See
always
Jeremy
built.
too.
Yeah.
Jeremy's they're both like ridiculous.
They really did.
Well,
With his
just the fact
Lord
that true
Farquaad looking ass,
Yeah. For real, that haircut. I mean, but hey, it's based
No,
off
but the
true
jaw
story.
structure, because he did plastic
Well,
surgery
because
on
he
his jaw.
that's only because he got.
actually broke it, didn't
yeah,
he?
he had to.
Yeah,
he almost
actually had
died.
to. Yeah.
What?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I
There's
didn't know
an
this part.
interview. I'll try to find out. Send
So-
But that's like his
But-
actual jaw now.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
A lot
know.
of people
Yeah.
were talking shit, saying that he got plastic surgery. He had to get that.
So he had reconstructive
Yes.
surgery.
Yes.
Oh
And it
shit!
wasn't plastic surgery. The man almost died and had to get his jaw redone.
What?
Yes.
So like some freak
It
accident,
was
like
an
Jeremy
accident. I
Renner.
don't know,
Yeah.
not a freak accident. It was an accident.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay. So I'm sorry.
Yes.
You still look like Lord Farquaad,
Yeah.
but I'm sorry.
He kind
I don't know.
of.
And I don't know. It's just
Unfortunately.
any A24 movie, I always have high hopes
Yeah,
for.
yeah.
Such a fan,
A24 is a
obviously.
great production company.
Yeah, that and then also I do want to see The Jester.
Yeah.
So these honorable mentions are
These
films you
honorable
want to
mentions,
see, not
movies
they.
I
Okay.
want to see.
All right.
Yeah, because I'm not gonna lie. Like I haven't seen too many movies this year.
Yeah.
So like my top 5, it's a little scarce picking.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but like so my honorable mentions just movies that I'm actually looking forward to seeing that
Okay.
just came out this year.
Fair.
Fair enough. Mine. All right. Since we're doing multiple, definitely Ahsoka.
Yeah.
I would say Ahsoka's number 6 for
Yeah.
me.
Agreed.
And since we're doing more than one, I'm gonna definitely got to put Across the Spider-Verse
Yeah.
for sure. There's one more that I wanted to say, but I'm forgetting right now. Oh, Indiana Jones, Dial of Destiny.
Really?
That was fucking a great film, dude.
I didn't care for it too much.
Dude, the way they ended that story was fucking beautiful.
Yes, I agree.
I absolutely love the way they did that. And the time travel element, they made it very, very realistic.
Agreed.
You know what I mean? I thought it was, you know, the CGI, you know, the anti-aging CGI aside, just the story alone was phenomenal.
It was a good story. A really good story. I agree. I don't know if everyone's acting. Excuse me. I don't know. I wasn't committed to the movie as much as like it just didn't hook me.
Fair enough.
You know. After I watched it twice, then I was like, okay, this is a good movie.
Yeah.
But I had to watch it twice. It didn't hook me the first time. It is a good movie. It's just not. It wasn't up there for me.
I definitely make it an honorable mention.
Okay.
All right. So, Kikin, number one film or TV series of 2023.
You already know what it is. Loki season 2.
Yes, sir. I knew that coming in.
There's no way. It was
Yeah.
an immaculate fucking season. The way it ended, to be able to turn him in from the god of mischief into the god of stories. I fucking loved it.
I'm sorry. You know what? I got to stop you because I did mess up and I forgot to add in honorable mentions Only Murders in the Building. It's a great fucking show.
Only Murders in the
Only Murders in the Building with Steve Martin, Martin Short, and Selena Gomez.
Okay.
Have you not seen this?
I have not. Came out this
Dude, prepare to get hooked on a TV show.
year? Okay.
It's got 3 seasons. My wife got me into it. It's a murder mystery. And I don't know how much you like those, but
Yeah.
I'm sorry, babe. I totally blanked on that.
What's streaming?
on Hulu.
Hulu. Okay.
Sort of like Clue.
Yes,
Oh, okay.
very
Oh,
Clue-esque.
okay.
Well, sounds good to me.
It's yes.
I just changed my Disney Plus subscription, so I don't use I don't have ESPN Plus anymore, but I have Hulu and Disney with no ads.
Nice.
Yeah.
I tried doing that. It wouldn't let me.
Well, you have
Wouldn't
to
let me
change the
drop-
full plan with all 3 or 2.
That's what I'm saying. I tried to do it, and it said I wasn't eligible for whatever reason.
Oh, that's weird.
Anyway, all right, but yeah, sorry, I had to add that one. Continue.
But yeah, Loki season 2, just an amazing series. Every episode kept you intrigued, kept you involved. I don't think they had like a filler episode at all.
Not
It just-
at all.
Every episode was a hit and another hit and another
And
hit.
you almost called how it was gonna end.
Yeah.
You were so fucking close.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just I like, and we talked about it earlier. Like, it ended as if it can be the end of it, or it ended as if this is the beginning of the next chapter of Loki's life. You know, and just the power that he was able to obtain, to see the human side of him. Well, the humanity in him. You know, him even though being a god, just making that ultimate sacrifice because he's always been selfish.
Yeah.
And he evolved as a character to now this god of stories that because of him things. The multiverse has a bright future.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
What I love the most about it is that this whole time we've ever seen Loki, all he's ever wanted was a throne, right? What I loved about it is that he got the throne, just not in the way he thought he was going to get it.
right.
He got it in the way he deserved to get it, not in the way he wanted it.
Yeah.
Which he wanted to rule.
Right.
That's not the type of guy.
Nah.
So
Not at all.
I absolutely love the way they did that. Yep.
No.
All right, Vic.
Oh, for murder mysteries, have you seen The Fall of the House of Usher?
I have
Oh,
not.
that shit's dope.
It's actually not that bad. It's just-
Edgar Allan Poe, right?
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
all of his short stories.
What is this on?
Netflix.
Okay.
Yeah, Netflix, right?
All right.
Yeah,
I'll add it-
definitely
I'll add it to the
to your
queue.
list.
Yeah.
That's fucking dope.
Should have been one of my honorable mentions because
Okay.
I've seen like some of it, like, actually like most of the series, like
Okay.
first season, and I was like, I plan to getting back to it, but I'll get there eventually. Yeah.
To be honest, when it comes to murder mysteries, I don't actively go to start watching one unless I hear good things about it from someone else.
Agreed.
I'm not
agreed.
not that deep into murder mysteries. Like it's
Crazy
not one of
thing
my
is,
top genres.
it's always a woman that tells me.
well, dude, that's their jam, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
It's always
like
women.
anything
Yeah.
murderous
Sandy
or
loves these fucking things,
Yeah, dude.
dude.
Yeah.
She's the one that got me on.
I honestly feel like it's because they're taking notes. Stop me when I lie.
All right, all my single guys out there, stay safe. We good. We're good. All right.
They're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So number one, I thought it was a great film. I thought it was like very relatable to how the world is acting currently,
Ooh.
which was Old Dads. Did you
Old
guys see
Dads?
that?
No.
With Bill Burr. It's a comedy. where Bill Burr is having this weird. He's kind of having like a disconnect on how to act in today's society.
Is that where he picks up his daughter from daycare?
Yes.
I saw that clip. That's what the movie's called, Old Dads?
Old Dads.
Thank you. I wanted to look that up.
As people with kids, you guys may like relate to a little bit.
Yeah, I related to just that scene where he's like, I there was no place to park. I'm 2 minutes late. Like, relax. Yeah.
Oh, I've seen that scene.
So it's
and then like the
just
$2 fucking fee.
Yeah.
It's like, well, if you actually read it, it's the second time.
Yeah.
Just
So why
showing
the fuck you bring it up?
different ways of generations trying to raise their kids.
Yeah.
And now how everything is everything has to be like acceptable now, and you have to think about everybody around you, and everybody has to come together.
Yeah.
But like in his time, he was raised very, hardcore, rub some dirt on it type attitude.
Yeah.
And you just see this difference of like him trying to raise his kid the way he was raised, and that's currently being a problem for him.
Yeah.
And
cool. I'm so glad that you told me that, because I wanted to find that film, but I didn't do any.
I think it's on Netflix.
Okay.
Besides the fact that it is actually like hilarious, it's actually like you can see a lot of this happening today.
For sure. Yeah.
It's streaming on Netflix.
Okay. Well, Bill Burr has, I think, I know he has some kind of deal with Netflix because he had that animated show on there. So
he had a special on Netflix too.
That too. Yeah. Love Bill Burr. He's hilarious. Yeah, he's a great comedian. All right, my number one, which you probably guessed it, Kike, is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. That one hit hard for me, dude.
Yeah.
Fucking loved every part of that movie. You got animals in there. Definitely choked me up a bunch of times, especially with Rocket, dude. Like, dude, when they first did like the surgeries on him or whatever, and his first words were "hurts," I was like. Just like, you know what I mean? My wife was bawling the entire movie, like, you know what I mean? Like, she's an animal lover, so of course.
Yeah.
But not only that, like, just to see, the character arcs of everybody, Nebula, the way how she was, to see Peter get that closure with Gamora.
Yep.
That, you know what I mean? And then just the comedy on it, but the soundtrack too. Dude, everything
Drax
about
being the ultimate dad, you know, like, come on, that was dope.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
For me, that's what hit the hardest for me was that one line that Nebula says is that you're not a destroyer, or you were never meant to be a destroyer. You were meant to be a father. Dude, that hit so hard for me. Absolutely fucking love that part. Probably the best line in the movie for me. Absolutely resonated with me a lot. But yeah, so Volume 3 is my number one movie 2023.
That's legit.
Yep.
Nice. Solid.
I think we all have pretty solid top fives.
different
And,
views of
sound
it,
off in the
but
comments. Let us know your guys' top 5 movies and films of 2023. We'd love to hear what you guys think.
Yep.
All right, so let's get into our next category, which is
Christmas.
yes.
Heyo.
Top 5. All right.
That's what I came for.
Exactly.
I came for Christmas.
He came ready. All right, so top 5 Christmas movies all time.
Are we doing the same thing? Starting from the bottom
Yes, sir.
up?
Yes. Start. So we want to do honorable mentions first, or like the same way?
I don't have honorable mentions.
Really?
How dare you? Wow.
I'm
You get
pretty-
multiple for the other.
Yeah. But not a one for Christmas. Somebody
I
doesn't like
loved my
Christmas.
I love my 5. I'm set
You're
on
happy
my
with
5.
that? Fair enough. All right,
Yeah.
so let's go number 5.
Jack Frost with Michael Keaton.
Okay.
Have you seen it?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, he passes away.
Very emotional movie.
Yeah,
Yes,
very
yes,
emotional
yes,
movie.
yes.
I loved it. I watched it with my mom, so it has some childhood memories tied to it. But the whole story is a real beautiful thing.
It is. It's
Yeah.
definitely one of Michael Keaton's most powerful performances, for sure.
Agree.
For sure.
Agree.
Okay.
Number
I
5.
do have honorable mentions.
Okay.
I'll start with those.
Okay.
So the first honorable mention, Harold and Kumar's Christmas.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
wow.
That is
Love it.
hilarious. Besides the fact that it was made to be in 3D as a Christmas movie,
Yep.
was
Oh,
ridiculous.
what?
Yeah, they made
Okay.
it to be, and even
Alright.
in the movie, they poked fun of it for being 3D.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
I don't know.
Love it.
And just like, I don't know. There's not too many like solid trilogies I see, like besides like outside like the comic world.
Yeah.
That are like are good movies.
Very good point.
And
Yeah.
I feel like Harold and Kumar did a good job in making
Yeah.
this third one.
Mhm.
You know.
Definitely cult classic films.
So that's like one of my honorable mentions.
Okay.
I just wanted to toss out there.
All right. So number 5.
So my actual number 5 would be Krampus.
Okay.
I don't know. You guys ever
Krampus.
see Krampus.
Krampus.
Yeah.
This is a hip hop move. No I'm kidding.
Yeah.
That's
My bad.
dumb.
So yeah,
But-
Krampus. I don't know. After looking through how many like
Horror.
holiday movies are, like surprisingly there's like a decent amount of horror
Yeah.
movies.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I did not know this. I thought this was like kind of like one of a kind.
Mm-hmm.
I think one of the Leprechaun movies was based in during a Christmas time too.
Yeah. One of them is the
yeah,
Christmas
there
movie. Yep.
was. Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, damn. I didn't like it, but still.
Did you all see? I always mess up the name of this, but David Harbour's Christmas movie where he played Santa, but it was like a action Santa.
Yes.
Did you see that?
Yes.
Silent Night.
Yes.
Was it?
Thank you.
Yeah,
With
Saturday
John
Night.
Leguizamo?
Yeah.
That was a fucking awesome film.
Okay.
I have yet to see it. Sandy wanted to see
So
it really
speaking
bad.
of somebody who
it
can't,
just came out.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
last year.
last
Or something
year.
like that. Yeah. I remember
speaking
that.
of somebody who can't miss, David Harbour, dude,
Great.
Yeah.
he is my fucking guy, dude. I love everything that man's in.
Stranger Things. He's Red Guardian.
Yep.
He's in Silent Night.
Gran Turismo.
Gran Turismo. Yep.
He's in Gran Turismo.
Yeah, he does a great job. He's
a
really good actor.
Great actor, yeah. Mm-hmm. All right,
Solid.
my honorable mention, and now I might get some slack for this, but Nightmare Before Christmas did not make my top 5. Yeah.
It didn't make my top 5.
You're gonna understand why.
Okay.
I know this is a lot of people's number one movie. It's my mother-in-law's number one movie. But for me, I just like the other films a little bit more. It's still a phenomenal Christmas movie, absolutely. But I just like these other ones a little bit more. Just this is my personal opinion.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had to definitely make it an honorable mention. But my number 5 is actually Bad Santa.
Nice.
Yes, dude, that is
Which one? 1 or 2?
No, the original Bad Santa.
All right, cool.
Bad Santa 2 is great. It's really good, but the original is
I'm
for
sorry.
sure.
Bad Santa 2 was crap. I'm sorry. I hated it.
It definitely wasn't as good as number 1, but I
Yeah.
still liked it.
Got you.
But yeah, Bad Santa for sure.
Okay.
Number 4?
So my number 4 was his honorable mention, a very Harold and Kumar Christmas.
Really?
I fucking love that movie, dude.
That's kinda
I can
surprising
watch
to me.
that shit over and over and
Yeah.
over and over and
Yeah.
over again.
Okay.
It is hilarious. And I don't know, I do like how, like, because, like, the first 2 movies, you know, they're still best friends, and then the third one, like, it doesn't tell you, but, like, midway through, you're like, damn, they definitely split up. I'm like,
And it's the truth of friendships. They happen.
It happens,
dude.
true.
People, they, start a family and they drift apart over time,
but by the magic of Christmas, they come back together.
Correct.
That's what Christmas is all about,
Yes, sir.
guys.
Yes, sir. All right, you're
All right.
number 4.
Number 4, all right, classically not a good movie.
Okay.
But for me, it's nostalgia. Is Jingle All the Way?
Yes, dude.
With
Fuck yeah,
Arnold
dude.
Schwarzenegger.
Okay,
I
that's
honestly totally forgot about that movie. That is a fucking phenomenal
honorable
Christmas
mention
movie.
for me. I guess I should have put that one.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
gonna be an
Turbo
honorable.
and shit like that.
Dude,
Yeah.
it's Turbo's not, like, come on, like,
Yeah, dude.
I feel like as like fathers, you guys gotta appreciate
For sure.
this man goes above and beyond to get his kid this little doll, ends
Absolutely.
up acting as the doll. I'm like,
Yes,
come on,
dude.
man.
Yes.
Fighting Sinbad.
Yeah,
I fucking
Sinbad
dope.
out of
Sinbad.
nowhere, just being a dick that whole movie.
Sinbad has a special place in my heart because that's one of the comedians I grew up watching, especially with my dad.
Yeah.
And then he actually got us tickets when Sinbad came to Chicago at Chicago Theater.
Oh, nice.
And me and him went to his show.
Oh, nice.
So
awesome.
Sinbad's always gonna have a special place in my heart.
Yeah.
So he's another one that can do no wrong.
Yeah.
And a lot of his old school specials are on Netflix.
Yes, I actually
Check 'em
saw
out.
that
I
too.
did not know
Check
that.
them out.
I gotta check it out.
Check him out.
Yeah.
He's on there.
My number 4 is National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
What?
Yeah. National Lampoon's Christmas
I've
Vacation.
never seen this.
Excuse me?
Hey, I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's okay.
Dude,
Yeah.
it's only one of the all-time comedy Christmas movies.
Yeah, it's kind
With
of like
Chevy Chase, I
kind of a
guarantee
big
you had
deal.
to have seen
I don't know,
clips
well,
of it.
Maybe.
I don't know, like Chevy Chase was like such like a mid '90s, like late '90s type
Icon,
player.
yeah.
So it's like
That was his era
if
for
you
sure.
didn't catch on that Chevy Chase wave, then like all his movies just go right
To
past
be
your head.
fair,
Like you kind of had to be on that wave though.
your age might be because you were what
90.
6? Yeah, you were like 6 and 7 when he was really hot. So
Yeah.
maybe you weren't into that kind of those
How
kind
much
of movies
old?
at that.
How many years older are you than me?
I got 4 years on you.
Yeah.
That makes a difference. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it makes a big difference, especially when you're talking about like movies and stuff. Yeah. But
Yeah.
dude, watch it now. You'll like it. I
Okay.
guarantee you. If you like Harold and Kumar's Christmas, movie, you'll like this one.
No, because like at that,
Dude.
I feel like in the '90s he was Harold and Kumar.
Correct, and that's why I say
But,
he's gonna like it.
But if you watch it now, Harold and Kumar like is like
They elevated it,
way
for sure.
past
For sure, but I'm saying if
yeah.
you like that style of movie, like that type of comedy, you're gonna like this the National Lampoon.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's what I meant by
kind
it.
of fits. It goes.
It's in that realm for sure.
yeah.
Fair enough.
All right, number 3.
Elf.
Oh.
Same number 3.
Hey,
dude.
let's go.
Hell yeah.
You guys are matching.
Yes, dude.
Yeah,
We've
let's
done that
go.
multiple times.
Yeah.
Watch our other episodes. It happens.
All right. I mean, that's cute. I mean, like, yeah, it's such a classic movie.
Dude.
I agree. Sorry, I
Timeless.
hate Zoe Deschanel as a blonde in that movie. I just can't. I can't do
Okay,
it.
fair.
Like,
Yeah, that's a fair point. I don't like her as a blonde
Valid
either.
point.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
valid
okay.
point.
Brunette all the way.
Yes.
Yeah. And I mean, Will Ferrell's hilarious. You know, there's so many movies I love with Will Ferrell, but it's just
One of my
like
favorites
yeah.
of all time.
it
Yeah.
gets repetitive for me after a little bit.
A little
I'm not
bit.
gonna lie.
Yeah.
Like
A
when
little
I
bit.
first seen it, oh yeah, I loved Elf, but then I felt like it gets overplayed every year.
It,
You know,
it definitely
really
does. It definitely does. Because of how good it was,
I
people
think so.
did overplay it a little bit.
Yeah.
We'll
all
save
right.
those commentary for later because we got some more stuff to talk about the genres of comedy later.
Yes,
I'm sorry.
yeah,
You're
yeah.
right. You're right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Don't
So
jump
you
the
guys
gun
got
too
the
much.
same number 3.
Yeah.
You know,
So
I
we
jumped
could
the
skip
gun.
me.
Yeah.
Go ahead. What's your number 3?
Number 3 is 4 Christmases.
Oh, dude, that was a
shit.
good one. Vince Vaughn, right?
Vince Vaughn and
Reese
Reese
Witherspoon. Yeah. Such
That's
a
a good
hilarious movie. For me, I felt like it kind of matched where I was because, you know, my parents are split, so it's like I remember every Christmas, like, we have like 3 different places we got to travel to every time.
Yeah.
And it's
Story of my
such a
life, too, man.
Different
Like,
dynamic every house you go to. And they just made it into like a comedy. So
Yeah.
I was like, all right, this is funny. I can relate to it.
Yep.
Each dynamic was completely different. A bunch of different like awkward scenes for each of the characters.
Which one was your favorite?
Favorite house?
Yeah.
Oh, Vince Vaughn's family. Like his brothers,
Yeah.
like
They're fucking
when
hilarious.
they just beat his ass. Oh, I'm sorry, that was too funny.
Wasn't it John Favreau?
Yeah,
John Favreau's brother. Yeah.
Mhm.
That was good.
All right.
That's a good one. That's a
Yeah,
solid one.
it's
All right,
a
so
good one.
we'll skip me because mine was Elf. So
Yeah.
Bet.
Okay.
Uh,
2.
Number 2 for me is How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
no fucking way.
Hell yeah,
Wait,
bro.
Dude, it's
which one?
Jim Carrey's,
Jim
right?
Carrey's.
Hey,
Same.
mine too.
Hey!
All
All
right.
right. So we're
On
starting
a
to,
roll
we're starting
now.
to yeah.
Okay,
Synchronizing.
We're starting to mesh a little bit. Yeah. No, yeah. Jim Carrey. I mean, you already know he's like one of my all-time favorites.
Bro, I seen that in the theater like 5 times.
Oh wow.
I'm not joking.
Really?
Every person, like, I remember going to see it, and then like it just kept happening to where we would go to the movie, and the person that we were going with wanted to see it, or that was the movie we would go see while someone else wanted to see a different movie. But I remember seeing that multiple times. That one, and for some fucking reason, X-Men 2. I saw that. I lost count how many times I saw this shit in the theater. Because I kept the same thing. I went to go see it, and then like other friends were going to see it. I was like, "Fuck, I'll see it again."
He just
And
like
then-
walks out the door, sees somebody. Oh, we're gonna go. Yeah, I'll go.
All right, I'll do
That's right.
it. Yeah, I'll run it back. Let's go. Yeah, if for some reason those 2 movies, they just
Speaking of X-Men, Sandy was at the library over in Hometown, and they were selling Blu-rays, $1 for 3 Blu-rays. She got 9 movies for $3,
score.
and she got X-Men First Class, X-Men Days of Futures Past, and then one other X-Men and a couple of Transformer movies and shit like that.
Nice.
Like she
Oh,
scored
wow.
some dope
Hell
ass
yeah.
Blu-rays. I'm like, shit, babe, that's dope.
I mean, is anybody even selling them anymore? That's like they're just gonna be like collectible things now at this point, right?
Yeah.
Everything's
Yeah.
streamed.
It's
right?
all digital now, or
Yeah.
4K, and next is gonna be 8K, and then 32K, and then 1003K, whatever the fuck. I don't know.
AK-47.
That
yeah.
too,
All
yeah.
right.
All right, so that was what
2.
number?
2. That was,
2.
We're all on
Oh,
the
yeah,
same
we're
one.
all
on
same.
2.
Okay.
Hey, let's go.
Yep.
that.
So number
I
1.
like that.
Number 1 for me is Home Alone 2, Lost in New York.
Really,
Oh,
the
the second
sequel.
one?
The sequel.
Wow,
I love the
that's
original.
crazy.
Honestly, I think I do like the sequel one better than the
Really?
first
Yeah,
one.
dude.
Yeah.
Lost in
Okay.
New York. He goes to his aunt's house
Yeah,
and
yeah,
like
yeah.
booby traps the whole thing. It's just cool to see him lost in New York and still being a badass and
Okay.
not being able to get taken advantage of by the
Just like
fucking sticky bandits. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
a child MacGyver, you know?
Basically, yeah, basically.
Yeah.
All right, what's your number 1?
My number 1 apparently wasn't good enough for you, but Nightmare Before Christmas.
See?
I'm
I
sorry.
told you.
Yeah,
I knew it.
you
I
called
knew it.
He said it. I just sat there.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
All right, that one hurt, but
Sorry, but
I don't know. For me, it's
yeah. What is it about it that makes it your number one?
I don't know. I just like his story. Like
Okay.
he's so good at what he does, but it's just like it isn't enough for him. I don't know. And sometimes like I'll feel like that. Like
Yeah.
like where you feel like, all right, you're doing so good at something, be like, okay, like what's next? Like you feel like you hit a rock. Like you're done as much as you can in this realm or in this section of your life, and it's like, all right, like what else can I do? Like I want to try something else.
Yeah.
Like I'm not fulfilled anymore with how I used to do.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, like I feel that.
Yeah.
He goes out of his comfort zone.
So you
Tries
related
do
to it?
something.
Is
Yeah,
okay.
I related to it a lot.
Did you hear like how brilliant of a man like Tim Burton is? That each one of his movies,
Yeah.
Jack Skellington is the main
Still
character.
the same character.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like in Frankenweenie, Jack Skellington is the kid.
Yeah.
Of course, Bride is the man. I was like, that blew my mind when I first saw it. I was
Yeah,
like, what the? Like, talk about fucking great writing. Like,
Hell yeah.
planning it out. That's awesome.
Yeah. So,
All right, I get it. I get it. Like I
Go
said, I'm not taking anything away from that movie.
Yeah.
It's a great film.
Yeah.
The songs alone are awesome.
And same thing. Like it does get overplayed, but I will still watch it every
Dude,
time.
but
Yeah.
that's one of the films that even when it's overplayed, it still fucking hits. It's
Yeah.
still good. It's still good.
Yeah.
Mine, I'm surprised that none of you guys had this even on your top 5 because this is a film I need to watch every single year on Christmas. A Christmas Story.
Yeah,
That film, I
it's-
have to.
I'll watch it if it's on.
It's
but I
not
ain't go
Christmas
at it.
for me unless I
Yeah.
see that fucking movie.
Really?
They even made a sequel, and he plays the dad, and now it's him in the dad role, and it's
Oh,
with
really?
his kid.
I didn't see that.
I've seen that either.
Okay.
So they made a sequel, and it was horrible, like per
Yeah.
usual. But then they, it's like it's a continuation from the first one. So it's not a sequel, but it's just like where they're at now type of sequel. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I got through half of it, and I haven't finished it. But yeah, dude, I love that film. I mean, it's set here in Chicago. The Fragile, I still fucking do that joke. You know what I mean? Like, it's just iconic, dude. It's a cult
Yeah,
classic
it's
film.
an
It's
iconic
awesome.
movie, yeah.
I agree.
It's very
Just like
it's-
that, or like It's a Wonderful Life. Like those movies, yeah, they just
Yeah.
they just scream Christmas. at you.
Exactly,
Like,
exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
Can't say
That's how I
Christmas
feel
without
about my
thinking
1 and 2. I have
Okay.
to watch The Grinch and I have to watch Home Alone 2.
Okay.
I have to watch them every Christmas.
All right.
Same. Yeah.
Those are my favorite movies.
I already watched
Christmas
them
movies.
twice this week. Like,
Nice.
mine, like,
You're already on it. Yeah.
Yeah,
All
I'm
right.
on it.
Cool. All right. So I mean, that was our top 5 Christmas movies of all
Yeah.
time. Let us know your guys' top 5. We want to hear those too. What do we got next to talk about?
So I have a fun topic to talk
Okay.
about. You watched the movie with Jonah Hill and Eddie Murphy. What is it called again?
You people.
You People. And then we're talking about Grinch and Jim Carrey's your favorite comedian. Elf, funny movie.
Yeah.
Harold and Kumar, funny movie. So 2 of my top 5 movies were comedic movies for the holiday movies.
Yeah.
I don't have any comedy movies in my top 10 or top 5 movies of the year.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess really what I want to ask is, how do you guys feel about this new genre of comedy and the rise and fall of the instant classic movies like Liar Liar?
Like cult classic type
Cult
films?
classic
Yeah.
movies that if Liar Liar is on, I will sit there and watch
sure.
it. If I'm scrolling through and I don't have anything to watch, I will put on Couples Retreat over and over. I love the dynamic of all the comedians that are in that.
Yeah.
But I can't do that with a Kevin Hart movie. I watch it once and it's funny, it's hilarious, but I won't go out of my way to watch it all over again.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Same thing with like
You don't think that has anything to do of like where you were at in your life when you saw those movies? And like, because, all right, we grew up on that style of movie. That was our introduction to comedy, and that's what hooked us to comedy. You don't think that has a little bit to play in it?
but I can watch every Adam Sandler movie over and over.
Correct. But like, that's what I'm saying. It's because that was that style in the 90s. That was that style of comedy. So you don't think that the younger viewers of comedy see Kevin Hart films that way?
No.
You don't think so?
No, because I think they turn to social media for their comedy, and the YouTubers and all those streamers.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I think they get their comedy from there, and I think that's part of the reason why Kevin Hart's movies aren't as popular over and over again. Or
Now his stand-ups I could watch over and over.
yes,
Yeah.
agreed.
Yeah.
His stand-ups I can watch over and over again.
Definitely one of the best stand-up comedians to do
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Him, Dave Chappelle,
But you're talking about his films.
his films. Yeah.
Yeah, I understand where you're coming from. Like Central
Like-
Intelligence, I seen it once, and I've seen like scenes of it after that.
Exactly.
But it's not a film.
No.
Jumanji was horrible. I'm sorry.
They were
I enjoyed
entertaining
it.
for
Yeah.
me. I don't think they were horrible,
Yeah.
but I can't. I mean, I don't go on my way to watch them again.
Ride Along.
No.
Wow. So you're for real, like.
And I love Kevin Hart.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think he's really funny.
I know you like throw back to his jokes a lot. Like
Yeah.
I know you love his comedy.
Yeah.
It's just his films just don't hit the way that
No.
you like.
Well, maybe
and
that's what
perfectly fine.
Maybe that's what it is, because like a lot of his jokes are like a lot of like cute little like one-liners, you know, and something
sure.
like that. Like it doesn't feel like it's anything like substantial, like something that like fills you up. I don't know. Pause, but like, but like it doesn't. I don't know. Like I feel like that's what a lot of the comedy goes to now. Like it's just like a lot of like quips.
Yeah,
you know? Like,
it
there's
is.
a lot of those.
And that's with this generation's very, like TikTok is big, so it's very fast paced. So the
Okay.
jokes got to come out. I think it's just this generation, man. I think that's this style now.
I guess.
I think
Yeah.
that's why you're not into them as much like you were.
But like,
the
so
older
Ali Wong, you know who she is, right?
fucking love Ali Wong. She's hilarious.
And she was in the movie, what's it called? Beef, right?
yeah, with
remember
Steven Newton, what's his name from freaking Walking Dead?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, him. And then she's had some stand up, and like I've loved all of her.
Her
and
stand-ups are
I'll
fucking
watch Beef
hilarious.
over and over. I think it wasn't a comedy, but she was funny in it.
Yeah.
But there were some serious
That's
parts
one
in
of the
it.
shows I've been wanting to get to because
Beef
I'm
is
a fan
great.
of both of them.
Wanda Sykes, I can watch any one of Wanda Sykes' movies over and over again. You know what I mean? She's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Her stand up's hilarious.
Yeah.
Sarah Silverman hasn't really been in too many movies, but any
Well,
movie
she's mainly doing like podcasts and stuff now.
yeah. But the
She's
movies that
since-
she's in, I can watch over and over.
Oh god,
again.
yeah.
Yeah, she's awesome, and she
Yes.
was also rated number 32 out of the top 5 IMDb comedies.
Which one?
And she was the I'm sorry, not top
Comedians?
5. Yeah, comedians.
Okay.
Top 40 comedians on IMDb, and she was the only
Well-deserved, yeah.
woman that made the top 40.
No, I mean well deserved.
Yeah.
but
Yeah, I was
she's
like,
fired.
because like if you try to think of like another woman comedian, I was like, there's not too
There's a
many
lot
that,
of great
that really
ones.
stand out.
There's a lot of great ones for sure, but I don't think any of that could crack or could beat Sarah Silverman.
No,
No.
agreed.
You know, for sure.
Who is another comedian that I haven't mentioned that you can watch over and over again?
Well, like I said, Sinbad.
Okay, fair.
Like comedian, like movies wise.
Yeah.
Oh, shit! I gotta think about that now.
I mean, for me, I could rewatch anything with Dave Chappelle in it.
Fair.
I'm just throwing it like.
well, the greats obviously, but I think
Well, that's what I
you're
mean,
I think you're
like-
talking about more of
But
that are
even
big
like-
right now, right?
Yeah, like
like-
Zach Galifianakis. Can you watch all of his movies over and over again?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Love Zach Galifianakis. His Between Two Ferns. Dude, that
Oh,
shit's
yeah.
fucking hilarious.
Okay, agreed.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, he's funny. He kind of has his own style.
Yeah.
And I think that's another thing too. Like people, if you can see somebody who has their own style, because you're not going to get that from anywhere else.
Right.
That's why you like that person, because
sure.
That's fair.
they fill this category that nobody else is filling.
Prime example, Jim Carrey. Nobody else can do what Jim Carrey does.
Exactly.
That's why everybody loves him. That's why he's been
Agreed.
doing it for so long.
He had
and
this super huge, like wacky, like
physical comedy.
Yeah,
is
like
on point,
physical
yeah.
comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
the
know?
facial features that
Yes,
he
dude.
make
Yeah,
and
exactly.
the voices he do.
Yeah, dude.
and-
Yeah, if somebody else
think
tries
that's
to
what it
do it,
is.
it's like,
That's a good point, Vic.
I get that from Jim Carrey. I don't need to get it from you anymore. You know what I
That's
mean?
fair.
And
That's
I
fair.
feel like
That's
that's
a
what-
great point. That's a
I
great
think
point.
that's why we fall in love with these movies as when we're little, because
Mhm.
like, oh, you don't see anything like that yet, because you're still little. You know, you
Yeah.
haven't seen
That's
that.
true.
Very
And
impressionable. yeah.
then once you get that, be like, cool, this is my guy for this tone or whatever. It could even be like a certain type of comedy. Like people like, I remember like when I did like started watching stand up. If I wanted to watch like political comedy, I was watching Louis Black only. Like,
Yeah,
he was
dude.
hilarious. You know,
I-
Louis Black filled my voice.
I love Russell Brand.
Russell Brand's
Russell,
actually really good too.
he's
Yeah, exactly.
intelligent as fuck.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
And he
Smart
like
guy.
he studies like everyone's mannerisms. I don't know if you guys have seen that one.
Oh yeah, I've seen a lot of Russell Brand.
Yeah, he gets interviewed on like the news and like they're totally fucking rude to him.
Yeah.
And he like shuts them down.
Yeah, dude.
Like,
Yeah.
but in the most strategic, smartest asshole way you could ever see done.
Yeah.
It's like, holy shit. I
Yeah.
love Russell Brand. His
He's-
movies,
he's
Get Him to
great.
the Greek, Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Yeah, I
can
was
watch
just
them
gonna
fucking
say that. I
movies
love
over
him
and
and
over
Forgetting
and
Sarah
over.
Marshall. Yeah.
Over and over.
He's got a bit of range too, man. He can
Yeah.
go, he can go dramatic if he needs to. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. He did that one movie. What was it? King Arthur. I was like, did you guys
What?
ever seen it?
No,
No,
I didn't know
it
he
was-
did that.
It was kind of weird. I was like, that's not the Russell Brand I like.
Yeah.
It was just like it felt like some like low budget comedy.
Got
movie. He was just like some spoiled rich kid who grew up, who never really grew up. Like imagine like Step Brothers, but he had like a lot of money. You know?
Oh,
like,
okay.
He was like
Because I was gonna say
like
another
a man child type.
another person's films I could watch, like Danny McBride's films.
Oh, fair.
What's
Danny
the
McBride is hilarious.
yeah?
Sorry.
But what's the movie that he did where they were back in like medieval times?
Oh, Your Highness.
Your Highness,
Yes,
thank you.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
I knew it was something with an
Yeah.
H. Yeah, dude,
Him
that
and
film
James
alone.
Franco.
Him, James Franco,
Yeah.
Natalie Portman.
Mhm.
It was raunchy. It was awesome. I
Yeah.
love that film. But
Or even like Eastbound and Down. That show is hilarious.
that I have not seen,
You
but
have
I've
to
seen
watch
a
it.
lot of good
But,
like, clips of it.
You know, like Danny McBride's like demeanor.
Yeah,
Dude, he goes above and beyond with that.
Yeah?
Dude,
Alright.
he's like, yeah, watch it. Honestly,
I will.
He's a dick.
I will.
And he's just like, you love it. This is like super cocky dick, super self-centered, but
Yeah.
like, man, he fills that.
All right.
Fills that role. So
I
good.
did. That is one I did want to get to. I just never got around
Yeah,
to
you
it.
gotta watch it.
Are you guys excited with any new comic coming up? Comedian? Anyone that excites
Like stand up wise, or
just in general, like whether you've seen them in a small role in a movie, they haven't hit a big one yet, or they're doing stand up and they're growing, and I would
Well,
love to see them in a movie.
they're not up and coming. But you already know, like one of my all time favorite comedians is Chris D'Elia. I watch all his podcasts. This dude, he is fucking immaculate at what he does. He is one of the comedians that I cried laughing at this guy multiple times. I really want to see him live because he has great crowd work. I literally can't say more good things about him. Him, Joe Coy is another one of my favorite. I saw him live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking phenomenal live.
But do you see? Are both of them can be translated into a movie, into being like?
Well, Joe Coy has Easter Sunday.
Yeah. Okay.
Well,
that
he was
a good
the
movie. That was a
main,
good
and
movie.
I still have. I'm so disappointed in myself. I haven't gotten around to seeing it.
How
I know.
dare you?
I know, dude. I'm ashamed.
Sandy would be so upset with you.
I'm a little bit ashamed.
I'm upset with you.
because it's
She's
out.
a super fan of Joe Coy the way you are.
Yeah, dude, and I just have never I was never able to go see it.
To be fair, he's not a super fan. You've never seen it yet.
Oh, whatever.
Yeah, your Carter's
Dude, I've got a signed hat from him, so right there. No?
And a used condom.
Hey, easy there, easy. Not that big of a
We'll be
fan.
right back. Slice. On 2X.
Yeah, right.
For me,
Yeah.
I really, really enjoy Matt Rife.
Bro, yes.
That man, dude,
He is
100%.
going places, bro. I cannot wait to see him in a movie.
and a lot of people are like giving him shit because they're like, you shouldn't be that good looking and that fucking funny.
Yeah,
Like,
fuck
that's
him.
not fair.
Yeah, fuck him, but I love him. at the same time.
Right.
Fuck you, but I love
He's
you, bro.
He's hilarious, dude. Him
You know
too.
what?
He has great crowd work.
That's-
Oh my god,
really
the
wanna
crowd
see
work
him
is
live.
unparalleled.
And I think that's why we were talking about. Like, he's very quick with his like comebacks, and that's like people love that.
Do you guys know he almost gave up on stand up, right?
yeah.
Dude,
if it wasn't for
his last
TikTok?
special?
No, if it
Yeah.
wasn't for TikTok,
Oh, really?
TikTok blew him up and got him.
Well,
to,
his
like,
first
not-
special was supposed to be with Netflix, and they like lowballed him or some bullshit like that.
Yeah.
So he released it on YouTube for free.
Yeah.
And then
100%.
they make clips of that free YouTube video movie, I guess.
Yeah.
Stand up. And
Special,
then then they started making all the TikTok clips, and that's when he fucking blew up, man. And
Yeah, it
then
was
now
awesome.
look at him. Now he has a deal with
Killing
Netflix,
it.
and they're like, "Oh, we
Yeah.
fucked up. Sorry, bro.
Yeah.
Here's a lot of money."
Yeah.
I know. I think I don't know how I'd feel with him, like being in a movie. Like, I love his stand up, but it's like sometimes there are people who are like good at stand up.
It doesn't translate into movies.
To movies,
Yeah.
you know?
I get
agree.
it.
So, like, because I feel like he'll probably be good in his stand up. I'm not sure how in a movie. Because, like, in stand up, like, he's in control. Like, he talks about what he wants to talk about.
fair.
He was good
He
on
makes
Wildin'
his own
Out.
choice.
I liked him on Wildin'
Yeah.
Out.
Yeah, and that's
That's
another
improv.
thing, wilding
That's
out.
improv,
You
yeah.
gotta do improv. You gotta
Mhm.
be quick, you know?
Yeah.
Another person I do like is Ralph Barbosa.
Oh,
wasn't Ralph?
Thank you. That's what I was going to talk about. Yeah, that's
dude,
one of the
he's
guys
great.
I was going to say. Yeah.
He's so funny. And same thing, like, he has his own demeanor, you know? Like,
He's so chill.
he's not
Yes.
super wild. He's not, like, super animated.
Yeah.
His jokes are just funny.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
they're
Yeah.
just funny. Like, I'm
So
just saying.
okay,
That's who I was gonna. I'm glad you
hear
said
me
it.
out. Next Friday, that caliber of a movie, but for Latinos,
Oh yeah, I'm
and
with it.
him is one of the lead.
Fuck yeah. I think I think
Yeah.
it'll work. Yeah.
That'd be cool.
That'd be fucking
That'd
dope,
be
bro.
Mm-hmm,
Yeah. What would
I
you
can see
call it?
that. It had to be a Spanish title, dude. You'd have
Yeah.
to do it. Like Poke Fun at next Friday,
Yeah,
but in Spanish.
segundo,
Yeah.
segundo viernes. Or
Yeah,
something?
something like that. Something like that. Or just the way that Latinos say,
Yeah.
next Friday. You
Yeah.
know, like
Yeah.
something like that. But
Just
yeah,
call it Saturday.
Yeah.
Just Saturday. Next Saturday.
just make it
That's
the next
fair.
day. Yeah,
Next day, yeah.
that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Okay, but yeah, that's if you're talking about up and coming, I would say him. He's one to look out for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah,
I think he has a special on Netflix.
He
that's
does
the
have
most
a
recent one. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I watched it. Yeah,
Is it good?
Yeah.
yeah, it's fucking
Yeah,
hilarious. Yeah.
it's definitely it's on my list. Yeah, for sure.
He talks about like his ideal girlfriend. He's like, my ideal girlfriend. She's driving a Nissan GTR, and I'm riding passenger princess. Like, dude, it's fucking.
Oh, I
Yeah.
sent you that clip where he was talking about being a Nintendo Switch guy and like
Yeah.
bringing home a girl.
Oh, yeah.
Like, well, you should have got his PS5. Like,
Yeah.
but he goes, but who's winning? You're the one who slept with a guy who's playing Nintendo Switch. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, he's like I said, his jokes they're smart, they're funny. You know what I mean?
They're
not just
relatable
rolling. Yeah,
too. You
that
know,
too.
like,
That
well,
too.
like I felt like Ralph a few times throughout my life. You know, like,
Yeah.
yeah. So I think that's why he's,
For sure.
he's relatable.
All right. I mean, I don't know. Does that answer your question as far as like the genre?
Yeah, I just wanted to just create some banter back and forth.
Yeah, yeah.
I think I don't know how I feel about the future of comedy. Like I just am unsettled about movies and tying them into. I agree, Matt Rife. I think he can do really good as a movie.
I think so.
but he could be a total flop.
in the right film.
Yeah.
Because look at Dane Cook. Dane Cook did some solid movies, but he also did some movies that were like, maybe you shouldn't have been casting that one.
I didn't think Dane Cook was that funny in stand-up. I would take his movies over his stand-up.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, his stand-up was like, okay. He had like few parts like, yeah. But I felt like he was like too all over the place.
Okay.
You know, like,
Yeah.
like he tries to be like too animated and
Okay.
like he repeated himself like a lot of
Yeah.
times. I'm like, all right.
Employee of the Month
Yo.
was one of my favorites of his.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's solid.
That's a good
That was a
solid
great.
movie.
I've watched that so many times. That was such a good movie. Yeah.
Good Luck Chuck was funny too.
It was
I'm not
good.
gonna lie.
That
Oh,
was
yes.
not the film I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah.
Luckily, my cousin saw it before me, and he's like, "Dude, it's not the kind of movie you think it is." He's like, "Definitely don't watch it around kids."
Yeah, no,
I was
no.
like, "All right." He's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
"Yeah, just." He goes, "It's crazy." I was like, "All right," and I
Yeah.
saw it. I was like, "Oh, holy shit!" Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you guys have any statements you want to make about these comedies or favorite comedian?
Yeah.
I already told you mine.
I mean,
Oh,
George
just like-
Lopez too, of course.
yeah.
You know, yeah. Besides the obvious greats of Eddie Murphy, Dave
Carrey.
Chappelle, all them.
Yeah.
But yeah,
And like I get it too. Like I feel the same way. Like when I watch like movies now and then, like I feel like I wasn't like laughing as much as I used to.
For sure.
Like when I was like little, obviously, you know.
well, I think that's what it is that we just fell in love with that style of comedy. So I don't think anything is gonna compare to it. So I think that's why you're not
As excited for these?
as
movies.
excited for this new genre.
Yeah, but
of
like Jonah
style
Hill's
comedy.
movies, I can watch over and over.
right?
And he's a newer comedian.
But
and
he's kind of that because he's closer to our age, isn't he?
yeah,
So he grew up with those style films. So he's
Oh, that's
kind
fair.
of like in between.
that's a fair point.
You know what I mean? Like
So
he's in
saying
that
he's,
area.
like, trying to bridge the gap.
Exactly.
type thing,
He's in
maybe.
that like area that bridges the gap between the Jim Carrey comedies and the current comedies.
Yeah, that's
You know
fair.
what I mean?
That's a fair point. That's a very fair point. Yeah.
That's why Superbad is fucking awesome. And
Yeah.
Yeah. That
Dude,
movie was-
Accepted?
That's definitely like.
Oh my god, I love.
Tell me
Accepted.
about my or ask me about my wiener. Yeah, dude, come on. Accepted
Solid.
was my fucking movie, dude.
Yeah.
I related so much to Justin Long's character in that movie.
Oh, going to college, and all
Dude,
that, yeah,
being pressured to go to college, not knowing what you want to do, not having it all figured out right after high school. Like, dude,
Yeah.
that was my fucking life story movie right there.
And I
Absolutely
think
loved it.
that's another thing too, because like I feel like comedy, like it made it relatable.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like put you in like real situations that you can possibly be in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. Now, like maybe that's what's missing in some comedies.
Yeah,
like,
probably.
Sometimes it just
Yeah.
puts you in like it's just giving you these random ass scenarios. Like, what would you do? And like, I don't fucking know. I'll never be there. Like,
Yeah, I
maybe that
think-
could be another thing.
I think the style now is more just to get you to laugh, and it's not not so much so that you can laugh because you're relating to it.
Yeah.
It's just for the jokes and to be funny.
Agreed.
You know,
Like the ride along, the
right?
all those movies
style
are
comedies.
not.
It's just to make you laugh. It's not to make you be like, oh yeah, you know, I can relate to that.
Like, that's never gonna happen.
Right.
Yeah.
The liar part, like every split household, like related to the
sure,
entire thing.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? I think that's why I mean, I could speak for all three of us. I think we all love that movie.
Absolutely.
Liar Liars is a fantastic movie. And then Jim Carrey just sold the shit out of that.
Did you guys notice that he brought one of his characters from In Living Color into Liar Liar?
Ooh.
Do you remember Fire Marshal Bill? Where
Oh,
the guy-
yeah, in the background.
He's
Yep,
in the
he's
background
Fire
of his
Marshal
own fucking film
Yep.
as a character he did in
Yep.
Living Color.
What? That's
I didn't notice
dope.
it playing it until I saw it on like Instagram or
He
something.
did his own cameo. In his
Yes,
own
dude, he
movie.
That's
cameoed in his
fucking
own.
dope.
You are a fucking legend.
Hell
if you
yeah.
can do that and nobody even know.
Yep.
Like,
That's
come
pretty
on,
cool.
dude.
I never knew this until I
Yeah,
did.
Look
he's
it
just
up.
like in the background smiling. Also, I'm like,
And
bro.
in the fucking get up too. Yeah,
Yep.
it's the scene where in the airport where
it's like
he's
at the end.
where he's on the stretcher and stuff.
Yeah,
He's in the background.
bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
watch go look for it. Yeah.
I'll check it out.
Yeah.
You'll see it.
I don't have anything else. Oh yes, producer has a great one. Angela Johnson, one of the
Hilarious.
best female comedians.
Yeah.
And then her being Latina, I think, is why we love her so much.
Right.
Because again, we can relate to it so much.
Relatable.
But her comedies, dude, fucking like her nail tech bit.
I didn't see any of it.
Dude. All right.
Yeah, she's pretty funny.
I'm sending you all her shit. She's fucking hilarious. Yeah. Thank you, babe, for saying that one.
I think
Can't
she
believe I
made it in IMDb's top 25 women.
Female? Oh, okay. Women
Yeah,
comedians?
female.
For sure. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, definitely. She's a phenomenal comedian. Yeah.
Okay.
Her specials are awesome.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, I don't have anything else, Kike.
No, me neither. It's a fun episode. We had a
Absolutely.
blast.
Dude, we had a lot of fun. Vic, thanks again for coming back, man. I'm sure you'll be
Holy
on.
cow. I just looked at the time.
Yeah. I'm sure you'll be back for much more episodes.
Oh my God, it's late. Okay,
Dude, that's what happens when you're having fun, man.
All right.
But yeah, again, guys, let us know, your top 5 favorite movies, top 5 favorite Christmas films, your favorite comedians. We want to hear it all. But that's going to do it for us today. We want to thank you guys again for joining us. And Kike, as always, I'm with you.
Till the end of the line.
Thanks, guys.